surveillance and discrimination of surveillance images. Yeah, you did post that man with his pants down on TikTok, and that's lied about everything. You feel me? Yo, Meezy, hit us with it. Let us know what she lied about, yeah.
DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. They have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me.
You guys remember the viral DoorDash girl from about a month ago who claimed to be essayed while doing...
Wait, was she really? So wait, did she lie about the story? No, that would have been crazy.
Doing a delivery. She stated
but
that
no,
she walked
DoorDash
up
did
to
a
the door
statement,
to
so she
make the
didn't
delivery as instructed by the person ordering food. She noticed that the guy was on the couch, seemingly passed out while he had his pants down to his ankles. Now in the video, it stated that a man named Austin orders DoorDash, selects the option to have the order left at the door, sees his DoorDasher, me, has a female name, falls asleep on the couch with his pants down and the door wide open. Now where the woman messed up is not only did she put his name out there, but she also put his address and what his home looked like. Also the fact that he was naked, she displayed that online, and that's wrong. And not just wrong from a moral standpoint, but literally illegal. And that's why today she is locked up somewhere, because she has recently been arrested after getting hit with two
Locked up, won't let me out. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, shorty. DoorDash delivery girl has been arrested on 2 felony charges after recording a man passed out with pants down in his house and posting on TikTok during food delivery. Damn, 2 felony charges? Damn, I ain't gonna lie. You was already fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Using DoorDash as your primary income. I know motherfuckers be making money off DoorDash, but you gotta find another way. Like, I ain't gonna lie, do what you gotta do at the moment, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you was high-key messed up. And then you being charged with unlawful surveillance and discrimination of surveillance images. Yeah, you did post that man with his pants down on TikTok, and damn.
2 felony charges: unlawful surveillance and dissemination of surveillance images. Now reports say that according to authorities, the woman's story did not align with the evidence, while what began as a call for justice has escalated to a criminal case. Internet users are still grappling to understand the twist in this story. It goes on to say, according to the police account, the suspect, a 23-year-old woman named Levi Rose Henderson, visited a customer's address on October 12th to deliver food in a contactless drop-off manner. However, she proceeded to open the closed entrance door and went inside. She found the customer asleep on the...
Repeat that again. I didn't hear that.
She proceeded to open the closed entrance door and went inside. She found...
Bitch, you out of your motherfucking mind. That nigga had the door closed. You opened that bitch and went inside. Hit that bitch with that felony charge. Lock and loaded. She's over with. She's done. Yeah, she lied about the whole situation just for some TikTok clout. Crazy.
Found the customer asleep on the couch, wearing his trousers down. She recorded the incident, but later posted the blurred footage of the act on TikTok, claiming she was sexually assaulted. Now, this would contradict everything that she said in the beginning, and a lot of us, myself included, fell for the okie doke. Hell, I remember there was a video where somebody actually went to the guy's house, and then they took pictures of the house, and there was no ring camera there. But the report and the accounts from the officers are saying otherwise. However, footage from the ring camera revealed that the customer did not invite her inside. The detectives later determined that he was not intentionally exposing himself, nor was there any evidence of sexual assault. On November 10th, she was arrested for charges related to 2 Class E felonies: unlawful surveillance, as well as the dissemination of unlawful surveillance images. That just means distributing the images that were taken during the unlawful surveillance, so the video online. Now, these aren't just some light charges that are like community service slap on the wrist. Each of these charges apparently have up to 4 years of prison tied to, which I ain't gonna lie, at that point, I'm snitching. It don't even matter if it's something snitch worthy. I'm finding something to snitch on. 8 years in prison is absolutely insane.
I ain't gonna lie, she did that shit to herself though. So boom, you went in that man's house. You opened his door. You opened that man's door. That's what it says in the report. And they got you in 4K footage. 4K. She's done. She's done.
Now, if you got your bingo cards out, the report states that she did illegally enter this man's dwelling and take pictures of him while he was in a vulnerable state. So if you had your money down for she did a B&E and broke into his house, then hey, you get the money. Now I'll have to wait and see if the Ring camera footage actually does come out, if she actually gets hit with these charges. But I believe that there are two things about this situation that are extremely interesting. The ability to galvanize the internet about your story, about your plight, about your issue is extremely powerful. I know a lot of people gravitated towards this story for a lot of the reasons why a lot of people would gather towards this story. Young white girl, damsel in distress, playing on the heartstrings of victims in the past. I think my biggest takeaway from this situation is that there is a continuous misinformation and disinformation loop that exists on the internet. Now, as it seems right now, she herself is the start of the disinformation loop. But at this point in 2025, all we have to live off of are videos. We can't take words seriously anymore. And even those videos can be, corrupted and distorted. Now, look, I'm not saying that I'm above the madness. I too jump into the fire like the rest of the crowd. But throughout this whole cycle, it was interesting seeing how many people were ready to jump out on a ledge, put out a cropped image, say that something that existed that actually didn't exist existed in order to spin their narrative about this young girl and her.
Nah, real talk, cause look, I've seen a lot of different AI videos and motherfuckers making jokes about the situation. Now look, I ain't gonna lie, shorty, if my look, me, I'm not knocked out, but look, if I had this kind of house, my order says leave at the door. You opening my door. You know what's gonna happen to you? As soon as that bitch is opening, you catching this knuckle sandwich and I'm getting my sandwich. You got me fucked up. You catching this, hey, straight to your mouth. I don't care if you're a shorty or not. Why the fuck are you trying to open in my door? Are you trying to rob me? This is for my safety. Yeah, you're done.
Situation. The sad part about it is it's actually so easy to be deceived on this internet, and it's even more harder to find the truth. This generation is supposed to have access to information fast, but that doesn't always mean that it's good. And it also doesn't help when even the creator themselves is saying stuff that has holes in it, flaws in it, doesn't line up with this, that, and the third story. It makes it to where even in the follow-up videos, you have to question what they're saying.
I have obtained irrefutable proof.
Same with the Davis
that the door was already wide open.
A lot of
when
misinformation
I arrived at the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time.
Now, I know everybody's looking to jump and pile on this woman. And hey, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Rightfully so. Because in a lot of her videos, she does say some things that are out of pocket and crazy.
I was kicked out of this apartment 6 months ago. Nobody is currently living in it. How did I get in? That's a secret I'll never tell.
I just want to say that a fucking MILF just dropped off my McDonald's. Thank you, Sue. You have my address. come back sometime. Come back when your shift's over.
Now, about this situation, whether you're on the winning side, the losing side, or you just stayed neutral, what is very interesting to me
Steph
is
Curry
that there
shot from
was
the
a
end of the
lot of
universe.
misinformation and disinformation about the situation. I saw a bunch of random tweets popping up on the timeline claiming that they knew the guy in the house and that he does have a Ring doorbell camera and that they knew to talk to the guy. They talked to the actual man in question. And let's not forget about the slew of videos that came out surrounding the situation depicting there being some sort of a Ring camera doorbell, door knock-in type situation going on.
There's Ring footage from the DoorDash video, watch. Okay, so if you somehow haven't heard the news by now, allegedly people on the internet claim that the man on his couch in his own house has Ring camera footage of the whole situation going on, which has people outraged.
That's AI.
But
That's
probably
all AI.
the craziest thing about this whole situation is everybody keeps flip-flopping on whose side they're actually on. Personally, I did the same thing. First I was defending her, then I wasn't, then I was again, and I'm just all over the place. Now, I've done a lot of research about this, and I actually couldn't find the footage anywhere or the man talking about where the
Because he never released the footage. Now look, that's why. Look, he's just doing this to galvanize views. People like this make me angry when it's certain situations are kind of getting serious. Like right now, he's just trying to get his money off his buck. He edited this bitch pretty well, okay. But look, I'm saying this to say this. So, with him doing this, like a lot of people did this with the Davis situation, not releasing any real information that'll help, like, get people to understand what's going on. People clickbaiting, lying about certain things, like saying that he wasn't a suspect in the case. But we'll continue. But it's definitely a lot of misinformation being spread during shit like this.
footage is. Now, this could just be another thing where the internet just spreads rumors for attention, but the DoorDash girl hasn't uploaded for a week on her page, which has people questioning what's going on with her.
I just think that it's interesting to note that people are so invested in this situation. They're willing to go so far to prove their point that they're even generating Sora fake AI videos to prove that this girl broke into the house.
Leave the food by the door. No, I'm going in.
Leave the food on the door.
Oh, we're cooked.
Nah, I'm going in now. I am the victim.
No, I'm not gonna lie. They hilarious for this. So we know it's fake, but I ain't gonna lie. Eventually, though, we not gonna know who did what. We're fried. You're not gonna know who ran in your crib. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if you don't got actually footage yourself, if you don't upload it yourself, you're fried. You're cooked.
I am the victim.
These aren't even good AI videos. Now,
No,
you
it's
and
not,
I, as trained AI
Just-
viewers on this
just-
channel, which I've got to do more
it's
AI
gonna get
videos, because every
so
time I
much
text
more
my mom,
advanced so
she
quick.
like falls for some sort of AI scandal. It's a process, chat. It's a process. You've got to hold the hand of the elderly, because people are falling for this actual content. They are thinking that this is real, and whether it turns out to be the actual depiction or not the depiction, the question is, why are people so ready to put this disinformation and misinformation out there in order to get a win in the conversation? As stuff started to come out, I felt like I was almost in a CIA Black Mirror episode with how much to bat people were going for these different individuals. And on the flip side of the AI videos that were in defense of the man who was naked on the couch, there was also disinformation and misinformation put out in an attempt to protect the woman in this situation who claimed she was the SA victim.
Again, I can't say for certain if that is true or not. Now here's a picture of Austin and what he looks like.
So are you trying to say that that's the fucking DoorDash girl? He did not know this bitch. Stop. Oh my God, bro. But what can you expect? Look at the person who's making this video. Let's continue.
And if that is true or not. Now here's a picture of Austin and what he looks like. And yes, I did blur out somebody who was with him because that is not right to put her in the picture. But I did end up finding his Facebook, and it was from the same town that he is in, and everything tracks. Now, I did end up finding his Twitter as well, and he has not posted anything on the whole situation. Now, lastly, Casey had said that there was a case on Austin. And as you can see, there was a case with Austin. I blurred out his last name because I don't want to dox anybody, but he did have a case for disorderly conduct. Now, looking more into the case, you can actually see that he was in trouble for indecent exposure, but
Okay, now you trying to go to back for this bitch. We know damn well this nigga didn't. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know until all facts come out. I don't know if that's the nigga. I don't know what. I'm not defending anyone until only facts are on the table. We need to see facts. If he actually has ring camera footage, let's see it. You feel me? He needs to release it. We still don't know who the person actually is who was recorded yet. I don't believe. I haven't been keeping up with the situation. But let's continue though. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
since it was his first time, it got moved down to disorderly conduct.
And see, this is where I step out of the conversation. I don't know what type of day and age we're in, but the stuff that I'm seeing that people are willing to believe disinformation, misinformation, AI videos, fake content, etc., in order to prove their point, to get their shit off, is really, really strange and unbelievable. I get it. You get some sort of instant gratification in the moment of being on the right side of history, but I promise you, there is no scorecard for Chatter 707. There's no scorecard for X creator when it comes to who's right or who's wrong on these different things. And ultimately, we have to check. And this is just another.
What people need to realize, it's not gonna fucking matter. Rather, these people, you feel me? It's not gonna change me from waking up in the morning. It's not gonna change you. It's not gonna change your. It's not gonna change your whole entire life by you making this video with this misinformation. The only thing that you're doing is either one, making it possible for this person to possibly be looked at crazy in a way, or two, you know what I'm saying, or the opposite.
Time. And I'm not saying that I'm not like totally blameless in this conversation, but this is another time where we have to check what we are putting out there, check what's being pushed to the forefront. I bring up those obviously bad AI videos in this conversation because I saw big TikTok creators actually put that shit on their page and pose it as real video. Forget if they get vindicated in December or whatever. That's not right. Like, that's just not right at all. And I know that people will be ready to jump on the bandwagon and kind of poo-poo on her for all the things that she's done in this situation, the potential lies that she's told, etc., etc. But I will say we are creating a pretty bad environment here where people are allowed to use AI video, this much disinformation, this much misinformation in order to get their
I look at everybody as innocent until proven guilty, unless your name is Diddy. I'm not gonna lie, but let's continue.
Shit off about any sort of actual situation. It's an evil world we live in, man.
No, real talk.
My husband used.
But WV though, Ameezy, man, you always get us right, man. No kizzy.